Louise. As you allow yourself to be wrapped in these positive affirmations, bring back to your awareness that the thoughts you hold and the words you speak are shaping at every moment your reality and your experiences. Many of us still carry the old habit of leaning the mind toward the negative, and we often don't even notice the silent harm this causes us. However, we are never trapped in a fixed point. There is always a new beginning available for the mind that chooses with love, because our way of thinking can be renewed at any time. As day by day we train ourselves to choose positive thoughts with perseverance, the old gloomy, worn-out thoughts begin to loosen, to fall apart, and finally to fade away. That's why, while you receive the powerful ideas that follow, allow these affirmations to gently enter you and fill your awareness like a serene light that gradually illuminates every corner of your inner space. Your unconscious will know how to recognize among all of these messages those thoughts that are most meaningful for you at this precise moment. These ideas work like fertilizer for the soil of your mind. By accepting them and repeating them with patience, you slowly nourish the foundation of your garden of life. And in that renewed ground, every seed you sow with faith will tend to grow abundantly in its perfect time. I behold you as a healthy and radiant being, overflowing with calm energy, wrapped in a delicate and profound beauty. I imagine you living a life full of love and abundance, with a genuine joy and laughter that soothes and comforts the heart. You are walking along a precious path of inner transformation and expansion. Allow that process to embrace you and support you. Savor your journey, because every step you take is also a blessing. I am going through a beautiful healing process. My body possesses an innate wisdom. It knows how to restore itself and return to its state of balance. I gently remove the negative garbage that blocks it, and instead of demanding from it, I embrace it with love. I offer it nourishing food and drink. I care for it, pamper it, and honor it. And around me, I create an atmosphere of health and well-being. I give myself the right to heal without haste. My openness to forgive sets my healing in motion. I allow the love that lives in my heart to flood me, cleanse me, and wrap every cell of my body. I acknowledge with serenity and dignity that I am worthy of healing and of being well. I trust the silent guidance of my inner wisdom. In the very depths of every human being, there exists a sacred space that remains linked without interruption to the infinite wisdom of the universe. In that inner place, the answers to all questions that may arise are already present. I train myself to trust my own inner self with gentleness and determination. As I carry out my daily tasks, I attend to the voice of my guide. My intuition walks by my side on my behalf, always accompanying me. I know that its presence surrounds me at all times. I am safe, supported, and protected by a guidance filled with love. I am willing to forgive. When we remain locked in the prison of righteous resentment, the soul cannot feel free or light. Even if we still don't know clearly how to forgive, we can open ourselves to the genuine desire to do so, and that openness already becomes a bridge. The universe always responds to sincere willingness and guides us towards the appropriate way to forgive. By forgiving myself and forgiving others, I loosen the chains of the past and return to the present with greater lightness. Forgiveness is an answer for almost every conflict. It is a loving gift that I offer to myself. I forgive myself, and with kindness, I grant myself freedom. Everything I do brings me deep satisfaction. This day is unique and will not be repeated in the same way, and so I choose to savor each moment with full attention. There is abundance and fullness even in the simplest things in every action I take, because every act can become an offering of awareness. Each moment of the day holds something valuable for me, even if it seems small. By following my highest impulses and listening to the voice of my heart, I experience peace. I am in harmony with my world and with my affairs, and that serene peace arranges and guides my path. I trust the sacred process of life. We gradually discover how it works step by step, just as when we learn to use a computer. When we have one for the first time, we start with the basics: how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to open and close a document, how to print it, and we are amazed at all it can do. Later on, as we become more familiar and go deeper into its use, we see that its possibilities are even greater. The same happens with life. The better we understand its laws and its rhythm, the more wonders unfold before us in a natural, gentle, and loving way. I enjoy the perfect living space for me. The home we inhabit is often an outer mirror of our current state of consciousness. If we reject or despise the place where we live, moving somewhere else will be of little use, because we may end up rejecting the new space as well. Bless your current home with love. Thank it for sheltering you and meeting your needs. Speak to it with respect. Tell it that you will be leaving and that wonderful beings will come to live in it. When you go, leave love sown there, and you will feel that this same love will be waiting for you in your new home, like a gentle, harmonious, continuous current. Before I found the place where I live today, I clearly affirmed my desire to buy a house that belonged to people who truly loved it. And naturally, that is exactly what appeared on my path. My home is impregnated with vibrations of love, and I see myself living in a beautiful house that fulfills all my needs and longings. It is located in a lovely place, and its cost is one I can handle with ease and serenity, without forced effort or sacrifice. I have the capacity to let go of the past and forgive everyone. We may not always feel the desire to forget old wounds. However, clinging to them leaves us immobile, as if the current of life could not continue its course. When I release my past, my present becomes more abundant and full. I free myself, and at the same time, I free all the people in my story from the guilt and faults of yesterday. They are set free, and so am I ready to open myself to new, clear, and wonderful experiences. True power always resides in the present moment. Even if a problem has been accompanying us for a very long time, we always have the possibility of initiating change here and now, in this very instant. When we transform our way of thinking, our life also transforms. The past is already behind me. It is over and has no power over me. I can begin to be free right now. The thoughts I cultivate today are weaving my future. I hold the reins. I calmly and confidently reclaim my power. I am protected, supported by life, and I am free. 9. I am protected. It is simply a change. What we choose to believe tends to take shape in our reality, and the more we surrender to life with trust, the more strongly we perceive its support. I cross all bridges with joy and lightness without carrying along fears that are not needed. The old transforms into new and wonderful experiences, and I welcome that movement with an open and willing heart. My life rises steadily, step by step, like a stream of water that becomes ever clearer and kinder. I am ready to change. We all long for life, and also the people around us to change. However, no real transformation occurs in our world if we do not first accept changing within. We often cling tightly to habits and beliefs that no longer support us in a loving way. Today, I choose to release old negative beliefs. They are nothing more than thoughts that hinder me and darken my path. I decide to embrace new positive and fulfilling thoughts, and I feed them with perseverance until they become my new natural way of being. Often, it is only a thought, and thoughts can be transformed. Even the most frightening scenarios our mind can imagine are nothing but thoughts. And gently, we can choose not to scare ourselves in that way. Our thoughts are meant to be loving allies, thoughts that build our world in a positive way, thoughts that comfort, please, love, and accompany, thoughts full of joy, wise and inspired thoughts. No idea from the past has the power to restrict me. I look at my thoughts attentively over and over again, and new insights and new perspectives on my life open up for me. I am willing to change and expand with serenity and trust. 12. Every thought that passes through my mind is outlining my future. I remain awake and attentive to what I think. I am like a shepherd who cares for his flock. If one sheep strays and goes off on its own, he gently guides it back with the others. In the same way, if I notice in my mind a thought that is lacking compassion or is unkind, I quickly replace it with another, filled with understanding and kindness. The universe is always listening to my thoughts and responds to them. That is why I try to keep them as pure and transparent as possible. The universe supports every thought I choose to hold and believe. In terms of what I can think, there are no limits. I choose balance, harmony, and peace, and I manifest them in my life through my actions and my serene words. 13. No one is to blame. When we try to walk in someone else's shoes, we begin to sense the reasons why that person acts as they do. All of us at some point were beautiful babies, completely open, full of natural trust in life, with self-love and a deep sense of inner worth. If we do not feel that way today, it is because at some point on the road, someone showed us another way of being, and we adopted it in order to be able to move forward. When we remember this, the heart softens, understanding blossoms, and the doorway opens to heal with love. We can gently unlearn negativity. I release the need to blame others and also to blame myself. Deep down, everyone is doing the best they can with the level of understanding, knowledge, and perception they possess at each moment. I allow all my expectations to fade away. When I do not cling to rigid expectations, I have no need to fall into disappointment. If I love myself and trust that only good comes to me, then whatever appears on my path will be valuable and enriching. I let myself be carried by life in a free and loving way. I love myself, and I know with serenity that at every turn in the road, life has only good in store for me. 15. I see reality with clarity. When we are not willing to look at certain aspects of our life, our vision can become clouded. Many times it is a way of protecting ourselves. Opticians usually do little to heal the origin of vision problems. They often only prescribe glasses with increasingly stronger prescriptions. An inadequate diet also contributes to the deterioration of eyesight. I now release everything from the past that darkens my gaze. I recognize the perfection present in every form of life. and I look with a loving willingness. I wrap my sight in love and look at the world with understanding and compassion. The clarity of my inner vision is manifested in what my eyes perceive. 16. I am protected in the universe, and life loves and supports me. I keep this affirmation in my wallet. Every time I take money from it, I read, I am safe in the universe, and life loves and supports me. It is a sweet reminder of what truly has value in my existence. I breathe in with joy the fullness and abundance of life. I sense how life supports me generously and offers me more good than I can imagine. Che. My life acts as a mirror. Every person who appears on my path reflects some aspect of me. Those whom I love reflect my loving traits. Those I find difficult point to those inner areas that still need to be healed. Each experience becomes an opportunity to grow and heal. The people who are part of my life are faithful mirrors of my inner world, and they offer me the chance to expand, transform, and change with full awareness. I harmonize my masculine energy and my feminine energy. We all carry within us a masculine side and a feminine side. When these two forces are in balance, we perceive ourselves as whole and complete. The excessively macho man tends to distance himself from his intuition, and a woman who sees herself as weak and fragile does not express her inner strength or her inner intelligence. We need both energies, the masculine and the feminine. In me, both are in perfect balance and gentle harmony. I dwell in peace and all is well. 9. Freedom is my sacred right. In this world, we possess total freedom to choose, and that choice is made in the mind. No person, place, or thing has the power to think for me unless I give it to them. Only I think inside my mind. Within me lives complete freedom. What I choose to think and believe is capable of transforming my present circumstances to the point of making them unrecognizable. I am free to nourish wonderful thoughts. I leave behind the limitations of the past and move toward ever greater freedom. I am becoming everything I was created to be. Chio. I release all my fears and doubts. Fear and doubt are forms of delay that hinder the arrival of all the good we claim to want in our life. I let them go in this moment. I choose to free myself from the fears and doubts that harm me. I accept myself just as I am and cultivate peace in my mind and in my heart. I am a loved being and I am protected. 20. Divine wisdom guides my path. Many people ignore that within each of us lives a wisdom that always plays in our favor. Sometimes we ignore our intuition and later are surprised that life doesn't go as we wish. I am learning to listen to my inner voice. Within me, I know exactly what is right for me to do. Throughout the day, I receive guidance to make appropriate decisions. Divine intelligence leads me constantly and lovingly towards the fulfillment of my goals. I am protected and safe. I love life deeply. Every morning when I open my eyes, I recognize that this day will be wonderful. A completely new day, different from all previous ones, bringing its own special experiences. I am grateful to be alive. I have the right to live with fullness and freedom. I offer life exactly what I want to receive from it. It fills me with joy to exist. I love life with all my being. 3. I love my body deeply. I enjoy inhabiting this wonderful body that has been given to me to accompany me throughout my life. I value it and care for it lovingly. My body is a treasure to me. I love each one of its parts inside and out, both those I can see and those that remain hidden. I love all of its organs, glands, muscles, and bones, and every cell that composes it. My body responds to this loving treatment by gifting me strong health and radiant vitality. I cultivate peace in my mind, and my body reflects that peace as perfect health. I transform each of my experiences into an opportunity. When a problem arises, because we all have them, I immediately declare only good can come from this situation, and it will be resolved for the highest good of everyone involved. All is well, and I am protected. I repeat this affirmation over and over again. It keeps me calm and leaves room for the universe to find the best way out. I am often amazed at how quickly the conflict dissolves in a way that benefits everyone. Every problem is solvable. Every experience I live is an opportunity to learn and grow. I am safe. 5. I dwell in peace. In the deepest center of my being, there is an infinite source of peace, like a mountain lake, silent, deep, and calm. No person and no external disorder can reach me when I remain in that inner space. There I rest in calm, my mind becomes clear, and I receive inspired ideas. There I live in peace. Divine peace and harmony surround me and dwell within me. I feel tolerance, understanding, compassion, and love for all people, and also for myself. 6. I am an open and flexible person. Life is a constant succession of transformations. Those who remain rigid and inflexible in their way of thinking tend to break when the winds of change blow. Those who resemble the willow tree instead bend without breaking and adapt gently. If I resist change, life will go on and I will be left behind. Just as a flexible body is more pleasant to inhabit, a flexible mind is also a more comfortable place to live. I am willing to receive what is new and changing. Each moment offers me a fresh and wonderful opportunity to be more authentically who I am. I let myself be carried by life with ease and without effort. 7. I now transcend the fears and limitations of others. I am not my mother's fears and limitations, nor my father's. I am not even my own fears and limitations. All of them are merely erroneous thoughts that I have carried within me until now, and today I release them with serenity. I can wipe them from my mind as easily as I clean the fogged glass of a window. When the window of my mind is clear, I can see negative thoughts just as they are, and I have the capacity to choose to release them and let them go. It is my mind that creates my experiences, and my power to create good in my life is vast, immense, without borders. It is unlimited. 20. I am a being worthy of love. Many of us were taught a conditioned kind of love, and therefore we ended up believing that we have to earn the right to be loved. We think we do not deserve love if we do not have an exceptional job, a perfect relationship, or an ideal body. That idea makes no sense. It is not necessary to prove anything in order to be loved. Just as we do not have to earn the air, we breathe because God offers it to us simply because we exist. In the same way, we possess the natural right to love and be loved. We are worthy of love for the simple fact that we are here. I do not need to strive to deserve love. I deserve to be loved because I exist. Others reflect back to me like a mirror the love I cultivate toward myself. For myself. 29. My thoughts are creative. I have learned to appreciate and love my thoughts. They are loyal allies working in my favor. To every negative idea that arises in my mind, I say firmly out. No person, place, or thing has power over me because only I think within my mind. I am the one who creates my own reality and also the way I perceive all those who are part of it. those who are in it. 30. I am at peace with my sexuality. I feel that throughout my many lives, I have experienced every kind of sexuality. I have been man and woman, heterosexual and homosexual. At times, society has approved of my way of living my sexuality, and at other times, it is not. My sexuality has always been a path of learning, and it is also so in this lifetime. In this life, it continues to be a path of knowledge, but I know that my soul, in essence, has no sexuality. I recognize myself as fortunate for my sexuality and for my body. My body is perfect for me in this incarnation. I embrace myself with love, understanding, and deep compassion. 31. I am at peace with my age. For me, the present moment is always the true now. It is true that the years accumulate as time passes, but I feel as young as I decide to feel. There are people of 20 who already perceive themselves as old inside, and people of 90 who keep a young spirit. I know I came to this planet to go through all the stages of life, and that each of them is valuable. One age leads gently to the next, with the ease I allow it. I keep my mind healthy and joyful, and my body aligns and follows that example. I am at peace with the age I am, and I look with hope to the wonderful years that are coming. Each stage brings its own joys and unique experiences. I am always at the perfect age for the phase of life I am going through. The past is already over. I do not have the possibility of going back in time except in my mind. In my mind, I can choose to relive yesterday if I decide to, but doing so steals from me valuable moments of today, moments that once gone do not return. That is why I leave yesterday in its place and bring all my attention to the present. This is my special moment, and I enjoy it fully. This is a new day, a day I had never lived before. I dwell in the now and savor each one of its instants. I release all forms of criticism. Pharisaical and excessively critical people usually harbor a deep rejection of themselves because they resist change. They point the accusing finger at others and see only the negative in everything. By being so critical, they attract more and more reasons to go on criticizing. One of the most powerful decisions we can make is to completely free ourselves from criticism. I renounce criticizing others, and above all, I renounce criticizing myself. We always have the possibility of thinking with tenderness, of maintaining loving thoughts, or at least neutral ones. The gentler and more affectionate our thoughts are, the more love and goodness will come into our experience. I offer only what I wish to receive. I love and accept others, and at every moment, life returns that same love and acceptance to me. 4. I am willing to let go. I recognize that every human being carries within a divine guidance and wisdom, so I do not need to manage anyone's life. I did not come to control others, but to heal my own existence. People appear on my path at the perfect moment. We share the period we are meant to share, and when the right time arrives, they leave. I let them go with love. I release others so that they may live what has meaning for them. And I am also free to create what has true meaning for me. 5. I look at my parents as small children who need love. When we go through difficulties with them, we often forget that they too were innocent babies once. Who taught them to cause harm? In what way can we help them heal their pain? We all need love and healing. I feel deep compassion for my parents' childhood. I acknowledge that I chose them because they were the right ones for the lessons I needed to learn. I forgive them and set them free. And by doing so, I also set myself free. 6. My home is a refuge of peace. Houses that are loved and appreciated radiate that love in all directions. Even if you are only going to stay in a place for a short time, try to fill every room with love. If you have a garage, fill it with love too, and keep it tidy and clean. Place a picture or a beautiful object so that when you arrive, beauty greets you at the entrance. I bless my home with love. I pour love into every corner, and my home responds with warmth, comfort, and tenderness. I am at peace. Sound 7. When I say yes to life, life also says yes to me. Life has always responded yes to you, even in those moments when you were creating painful experiences for yourself. Now that you know this law, you can consciously choose to create a positive future. Life reflects all my thoughts. When my thoughts are positive, life offers me only harmonious and constructive experiences. 38. There is enough abundance for everyone, and that includes me. On this planet, there is so much food that it would be possible for all of us to be fed. It is true that there are people who die of hunger, but it is not the scarcity of food that causes it. It is the scarcity of love. There are enormous amounts of money and resources in the world, far more than we can imagine. If everything were divided equally in roughly a month, those who had money would generate it again, and those who were poor would return to lack, because true wealth is linked to consciousness and to the inner sense of deserving. There are billions of human beings on this planet, and yet some people feel they are alone. If we do not stretch out our hand, love does not know how to approach. That is why when I affirm my worth and my right to receive everything I need appears at the perfect time and place. The ocean of life is immensely generous in its abundance. All my needs and desires are met. Even before I formulate my request, my good comes to me from all directions, through all people and all things. Turn 9. Everything is in order in my world. My life has always been functioning in a perfect way, even if I did not perceive it. I did not understand that every negative event in my reality was a mirror of the beliefs I held. Now that I recognize this, I can consciously direct my thought processes in order to live a life that flows harmoniously in every aspect. Everything works on my behalf. Everything is going well in my life now and forever. 40. My work fulfills me deeply. When we learn to love what we do, life takes charge of bringing us activities that are interesting, creative, and full of light. And when I am mentally and emotionally prepared for the next step, life gently nudges me forward. Today, I give life the best that is in me. I do what I like, and I like what I do. I know with serenity and certainty that I work in the right place alongside the right people, and I receive with gratitude every precious lesson my soul needs to integrate. 1. Life supports me lovingly. When I respect and honor the laws of life, life itself responds with support and abundance. I have been created to unfold my fullness, and that blossoming shows itself little by little, step by step. I trust life, and life walks beside me in every place and at every moment. I am safe, guided, and protected. My future is wonderful. My future is being created now in the thoughts I cultivate in this moment. What I think and declare right now is drawing the path I walk. That is why I choose magnificent thoughts, and thus my future also becomes magnificent. I dwell in love and light and in boundless joy. All is well in my world. Everything occupies its perfect place. 3. I open new doors to life. In the hallway of existence, there are doors everywhere, and each leads to a different experience. The more I cleanse my mind of negative thoughts, the more doors appear in front of me, and all of them lead me toward positive experiences. My clear mind brings me closer to the best that life can offer. I enjoy what I already have, and at the same time I know that new experiences are on their way. I welcome them with open arms. I trust calmly that life is generous and wonderful. 44. I reaffirm my power, and with love I shape my reality. No one can do it in my place, only I can plant affirmations in my mind. If I hand my power over to other people, I empty myself of it. Instead, when I reclaim it, it returns to me and becomes completely mine. I use it with wisdom, serenity, and responsibility. I ask for greater understanding to shape my world and my experiences with awareness and love in a gentle and harmonious way. 5. I now give myself a new, wonderful job. I bless my current job with love and let it lovingly go to the person who comes after me, knowing that I am moving up to a higher level of life. I hold clear and positive affirmations about the new position, and I firmly remember that I deserve the best. I open myself fully to receive a new and extraordinary job where I can express my talents and creativity, collaborating with and for people I value in a splendid environment and with good income in a climate of peace and joy. Everything I touch blossoms into success. At every moment, I can choose between a consciousness of poverty and a consciousness of prosperity. If I cling to thoughts of scarcity and limitation, that is what will manifest in my life. I cannot advance in prosperity if my mind remains trapped in poverty. To succeed, I constantly nourish thoughts of abundance and prosperity. I now establish within me a new consciousness of success. I know I can achieve as much success as I am willing to allow. I join the circle of successful people. Magnificent opportunities arise for me everywhere. I attract all kinds of prosperity in clear, loving, and surprising ways. 47. I am ready to receive new forms of income. When I open up, life finds ways to support and provide for me. When I recognize and affirm that I deserve all good, the one and infinite source unfolds new channels. I often restrict my good by believing only in fixed salaries or narrow ideas. But when I expand my awareness, the banks of heaven open for me. My good now comes from expected and unexpected sources. I am a limitless being, receiving from a limitless source through limitless channels. Blessings come to me that surpass even my most cherished dreams. 48. I deserve the best, and now I receive it. The only thing that sometimes blocks the arrival of good is the belief that we are not worthy of it. At some point in our childhood, we adopted that idea and then held on to it as if it were true. Today, I decide to free that belief both from my mind and from my emotions. I have everything I need to live a prosperous, love-filled life simply because I was born. I deserve all good. I claim my good and calmly affirm it, allowing it to come near me gently and easily. 9. Life is kind, easy, and simple. The laws that govern it are clear and simple, although sometimes my mind likes to strive and complicate everything. What I give out comes back to me. What I believe about myself and about life ends up manifesting it is as simple as that. Everything I need to know is revealed to me at exactly the right moment. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well here and now. 42. I am fully capable in every circumstance. I acknowledge that I am much more than my sometimes limited mind can imagine. I live under divine protection. I remain united to infinite wisdom. I am never alone. I have everything I need. I am without doubt a competent person in any situation. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim and affirm that power as my own. I express myself, I stand up for myself, and I assert myself with ease from a place of calm dignity and love. I lovingly attend to my body's messages. At the first sign, even of the slightest discomfort, instead of rushing immediately to silence the symptom, I give myself a moment of presence. I sit down close, my eyes, breathe deeply. 3 times, turn inward and ask, what do I need to know? My body wants to communicate with me. If I hurry to the medicine cabinet, I am really saying to it, be quiet, please. Today I choose to listen. My body loves me. My body is always working on my behalf, oriented toward optimal health. It wants to be healthy and whole. I collaborate with it with patience and tenderness, and I become a healthy, whole, and complete person. I allow my creativity to express itself. We all harbor a unique creativity within, and dedicating time to it is a way of loving ourselves, whatever form it may take. If I convince myself that I am too busy to give it space, I miss out on a deeply joyful part of myself. My creative gifts, unique and special, flow through me and manifest in highly satisfying ways. My creativity remains always alive, available, and ready to gently guide me. I am going through a process of positive transformation. In fact, we are all changing constantly. Before I used to move toward changes that harmed me, but now that I have learned to release old, worn-out, repetitive habits, my transformations become clear, bright, and constructive. I open myself to life in deeply rewarding ways with calm and trust. I now attract only what is good for me. I declare and manifest health, joy, prosperity, and peace of mind. I am a unique being, and I lovingly accept my uniqueness. No 2 snowflakes are identical, and no 2 daisies are completely alike. In the same way, every human being is a unique jewel with their own gifts and talents. I diminish myself when I try to imitate someone else, and that is why I choose to return to my truth. I celebrate my difference. Competition and comparisons cease to make sense because we are all different, and that is as it should be. I am a special and wonderful person. I love myself as I am. All my relationships are bathed in harmony at every moment. I choose to see and acknowledge the harmony that already exists around me, and I joyfully cooperate in creating the harmony I long to live. My life fills with joy when I cultivate harmony in my mind and heart, because then I see it reflected in my everyday experiences. The inner always gives rise to the outer. That is why I protect and care for my inner world with peace. I am safe when I turn my gaze inward. We are often afraid to explore what we carry within because we fear finding something dark. However, despite what we may have been led to believe, what emerges is a beautiful child who only wants our love. I move beyond the opinions and beliefs of others, and I allow myself to see within me a magnificent, wise, and beautiful being. I love what I discover inside myself and embrace myself with tenderness and respect. 57. Wherever I go, I encounter love. What I give returns to me multiplied, and that is why I understand that the surest way to receive love is to give it first. Love manifests as acceptance, support, comfort, passion, tenderness, goodness, and kindness. Love is present everywhere, and I am a being who loves and deserves to be loved. Loving people gives deep meaning to my life, and for me, it is easy and natural to express love to others. 50. Loving others becomes easy when I love and accept myself as I am. It is not possible to authentically love other people if I have not first cultivated love toward myself. Otherwise, what I call love often turns into codependence, addiction, or need. No one can love me in a full way if I do not love myself. Then questions such as, "Do you really love me?" arise, and there is no way to satisfy someone who does not value themselves. From there come silences, anger, and jealousy. I learn to love myself, and in doing so, my life begins to fill with love. I keep my heart open and allow love to flow freely. I love myself, I love others, and others love me. I am a beautiful being, and everyone loves me. I often repeat this affirmation as I walk down the street. Even if I say it silently, it is wonderful to notice how many people look at me and smile. I invite you to try it. This phrase can fill you with deep joy whenever you go out. I radiate acceptance from within, and others respond to me with sincere love. Love surrounds and protects me like a soft, sheltering cloak. 2. I love and approve of myself just as I am. Only good things can spring from true self-acceptance. This is not vanity or pride, because those attitudes often hide fear. Loving myself is honoring and appreciating the miracle that I am. I am a valuable being worthy of love. I love myself simply for being who I am. I recognize the worth of everything I do, and my value depends on nothing I am worthy because I exist. I give myself my place, I ask for what I desire, and I calmly and firmly claim and affirm my inner power. I am a decisive person. I am safe when I choose. I make my decisions with calm and authority. And if one of them does not turn out to be the most appropriate, then I choose another without reproach toward myself. I learn to return to my inner self and to practice a brief meditation whenever I need an answer. All solutions live within me. I often enter that inner space and thus strengthen my connection with my deep wisdom. I trust my inner guidance and decide with ease and tranquility. I am always protected when I travel. I myself build my consciousness of safety, and that sense of protection accompanies me wherever I go. It does not matter what means of transportation I use or which I choose on each occasion. In all of them, I am safe, guided, and protected. Doi. My understanding is in continuous growth. The more we understand life, the more we can enjoy its wonders. Those who live in a limited way usually have a narrow understanding. They see everything in black or white, in yes or no, and many times act driven by fear or guilt. I allow my understanding to expand, and this way I attain a broader, more loving and compassionate vision of existence. Every day, I ask my higher self for the capacity to deepen my understanding and to rise above judgment and prejudice. Kvar. I now welcome the perfect partner for me. I write down all the qualities I wish to find in my ideal partner, and then I review that list to see whether I am also manifesting those same qualities. I may need some gentle and authentic inner changes so that the right person can arrive in my life. Divine love guides me toward a loving relationship with my perfect partner and tenderly sustains me within it. Safety belongs to me now and forever. What we believe becomes our experiences. When I plant safety in my mind, I recognize it also in my external reality. Positive affirmations build a positive life. Everything I am and everything I own is protected. I live and move in a safe world. I am safe. The whole world is going through a healing process. Each of us contributes moment by moment either to the chaos or to the peace of the planet. Every hostile, negative, fearful, critical, or prejudiced thought helps to generate an atmosphere that gives rise to earthquakes, floods, droughts, wars, and other disasters. In contrast, every loving, kind, or peaceful thought, one that supports and helps, creates an atmosphere that brings well-being and healing for all. What kind of world do I choose to help create? Every day I imagine our planet in peace, whole and healed. I see every person well-fed, clothed, and with a loving home. I bless our government with love. Believing in a negative government ends up feeding that same reality. Therefore, I choose to maintain positive affirmations about those who govern. Every day I declare that each member of the government is caring, honest, and honorable, and that they truly work for the good of all citizens with awareness, integrity, and uprightness. I love my family. I have seen hundreds of distant families come together again with love, thanks to the constant repetition of this affirmation day after day for about 3 or 4 months. When we are in conflict with our loved ones, we usually send each other a great deal of negative energy. This affirmation helps stop that exchange and opens a space for love to gently reemerge. I enjoy a loving, harmonious, happy, and healthy family. Our communication is clear, open, and very beautiful. My children are under divine protection. When we feel fear for our children, they often end up giving us reasons to worry. That is why it is so important for them to feel free and safe in the environment around them. I choose to maintain positive affirmations for my children, especially when they are far from me. Divine wisdom dwells in each of them. They are happy and safe wherever they are. I love all of God's creatures, the big and the small animals, every form of life, every insect, every bird. Fish also hold a special place in creation. They are as valuable and important as we are. I relate to all living beings with love and simplicity, and I recognize that all deserve to be loved, respected, protected, and cared for with tenderness. E1. I deeply enjoy the experience of my baby's birth. During the 9 months before their arrival, I talk to my baby, communicate with them, and feel them close and present. I prepare myself for the moment of birth so that it may be an easy, serene, and loving experience for both of us. I describe the birth process in the most positive way possible so that the two of us collaborate and support each other. Babies who are still in the womb like their mother to sing to them, and they also enjoy music. The miracle of birth is a natural and normal event, and I go through it with love, gentleness, and ease. I love my baby deeply. I feel that on the soul level, we choose our parents and also our children. Our children become great teachers. We have much to learn from them, and the essential element is the love we share. My baby and I enjoy a joyful, tender, and serene relationship. We are a happy family united by affection, trust, and peace. 3. My body is light, agile, and flexible. An agile and flexible mind is naturally reflected in the agility and flexibility of the body. Only fear hardens and stiffens us. When we truly remember that we are divinely protected and safe, we can relax and flow with life without tension. I try to devote a moment each day to dancing. Healing energy constantly flows through my organs, joints, and cells. I move with ease, joy, and effortlessness. 4. I live with awareness. Several times a day, I stop and tell myself I am aware. Then I take a deep breath and observe. The more I bring things into awareness, the more the field of what I can experience expands. There is always something new to discover. I am constantly expanding my awareness of myself, my body, and my life. Being aware gives me power and clarity to walk my path with serenity. 5. I enjoy exercising. I aspire to live many years, and I want to run, dance, and remain flexible until the end of my days. My bones grow stronger when I exercise, and I've found many different ways to enjoy movement. Keeping our body moving helps us continue moving forward in life. Exercise helps me stay young and very healthy. My muscles love to get into action. I am an active, vital person brimming with life. Prosperity is my divine right. Many people become upset the first time they hear that money is one of the easiest things to manifest, but it is true. Sometimes it is even easier to lead a workshop on sexuality than on money. People become very uneasy when their beliefs about money are challenged. Often those who most want to have it are the ones clinging most tightly to limiting ideas and behaviors. What negative belief about money is keeping you from receiving it? I deserve and gladly accept a rich flow of prosperity in my life. I give and receive with joy and love. 7. I am united with divine wisdom. There is always an answer for every question and a solution for every difficulty. We are never lost, nor alone, nor abandoned, because we carry within us an infinite wisdom that guides us. I am learning to trust it, and in this way, I feel safe throughout my whole life. Every day I return inward to link with the wisdom of the universe, and thus I am constantly guided toward my highest good and my deepest joy. 78. Today I look at life with new eyes. When people from another place come to visit me, they teach me to see my everyday surroundings from another perspective. We think we have already seen everything, and yet we overlook many details that are around us. In my meditations, I ask to see more and understand more today. My world is infinitely broader than I imagine. I am willing to look at life in a fresh and different way, to notice what I had not seen before. A new world is waiting for me. 79. I am up to date. Within each of us lives enough intelligence to understand and use all the new and fascinating electronic wonders that are part of our life. And if I have trouble programming a video, a computer, or another device, it is enough to ask a child for help. Today's children are true experts in electronics. As it has been said, children will show us the way. I open myself to receiving what is new in life. I am willing to understand how videos, computers, and other marvelous electronic devices work. 80. I maintain my perfect weight. Junk food and excessively heavy foods favor poor health and weight problems. When we truly want to be healthy and remove from our diet red meat, dairy products, excess fats, and sugar, the body tends on its own to maintain its perfect weight. Toxic bodies put on weight. Healthy bodies maintain their ideal weight. In the same way, when I clean my mind of toxic thoughts, my body responds by generating health, well-being, and beauty. My mind and my body remain in balance and harmony. I maintain my ideal weight with ease and without effort. I am in excellent shape. There was a time when we all ate natural, healthy foods. Today we need to find our way through junk food and processed products, to reach simple, wholesome food. I have found that the simpler what I eat is the better I feel. If you give your body food that grows, you too will grow. I care for my body with love. I choose healthy foods and nourishing drinks, and my body responds by remaining in excellent shape at all times. 2. My animals are healthy and happy. I do not accept giving junk or canned food to my 6 beloved animals. Their bodies are as valuable as mine. We all care for ourselves attentively. I relate to them lovingly, and they show me that they feel well both physically and mentally. We share life with joy. I am in harmony with every form of life. I possess a natural ability for gardening. I love the earth and feel that the earth loves me. I do everything I can to help it become fertile and productive. Every plant I touch with love responds by growing in full splendor. The plants in my home are happy. The flowers look especially beautiful. Fruits and vegetables are abundant and tasty. I live in harmony with nature. 4. Today is a day of deep healing. The mind that participates in creating illness is the same mind that can generate health. The cells of my body are constantly responding to my inner world. Just as people perform better in a loving and happy environment, the body also flourishes when there is joy. That is why I fill my life with joy and become a happy and healthy person. I connect with the healing energies of the universe to contribute to the healing of those around me who wish to be healed. I recognize that my mind is a very powerful instrument of healing. I love and honor the older people in my life. The way we treat our elders today is a reflection of how we will be treated when we reach that stage. I believe that the later years can be the richest and most meaningful, and that all of us sooner or later will be older. It is essential to live fully and contribute to creating health and well-being in our community. I relate to the older people around me with deep affection and respect because I recognize in them wisdom and a magnificent source of knowledge, experience, and truth. Like my vehicle is a safe refuge. I always send love to angry drivers because I understand that they are not aware of what they are doing to themselves. Anger only generates more anger. Long ago, I decided to stop getting irritated with bad drivers. I am not going to ruin my day because someone else does not know how to drive. I fill my car with blessings and love, and I send love ahead of me on the road. Thanks to that, I rarely have angry drivers near me. They are usually busy arguing with other angry drivers. I share the road with love and always arrive on time, no matter how the traffic is. We take our consciousness everywhere. Wherever I go, my mind goes with me and creates experiences in harmony with it. When I drive, I am completely safe, calm, and comfortable. I bless other drivers with love. 7. Music beautifies and fills my life. Each person vibrates with a different rhythm and feels drawn to different kinds of music. What deeply inspires one person can be unbearable noise for another. I have a friend who plays meditation music for her trees, and that same music drives her neighbors crazy. I choose to fill my life with harmonious and encouraging music that nourishes my body and caresses my soul. Creative influences gently surround me, and I open myself to being inspired by them with serene joy. I know how to quiet my thoughts. Giving myself time alone to go within offers me the opportunity to renew my spirit and regain the orientation I need. I deserve to rest in silence when my being asks for it, and I gradually create in my life a serene space I can go to whenever I wish to find what nurtures me. I am at peace with my moments of solitude and honor them as an intimate and sacred refuge. My appearance reflects the love I have for myself. My clothing, my car, and my home show the way I relate to myself. When my mind is scattered, it is easy for everything to become messy and scattered as well. In contrast, when I cultivate peace and harmony in my thoughts, my appearance and my belongings naturally begin to express that same serenity. I get ready with care each morning and choose to dress in a way that shows my appreciation and love for life. I am a beautiful being inside and out, and I acknowledge this with gentleness and calm. No, I have all the time in the world. Time expands when I need more and contracts when I need less. It is my servant, and I use it with quiet joy. Here and now, in this very moment, all is well. I have enough time for each task I must carry out step by step and without rush. I am a powerful person because I choose to live in the present moment where life organizes itself and the mind rests. 91. I grant myself vacations from work. I perform better when I offer myself short conscious breaks. Even a 5-minute rest every 2 hours can sharpen my mind and restore its clarity. Likewise, a vacation period benefits both my mind and my body. Those who become addicted to work without rest or fun usually live tense and nervous, and it often becomes difficult to share life with them. My inner child needs to play. If that part is not happy, neither am I. That's why I plan vacations to ease my mind and body. I stay within my budget and still enjoy myself fully. I return to work with a relaxed body and a renewed mind, ready to create. 90. Children love me. We need to communicate with all generations. Many retirement communities lack the laughter of children, that laughter that brightens and renews. Relating to children keeps my heart young, because my own inner child rejoices and enjoys playing with them. Children love me and feel safe with me. I allow them to come and go naturally and freely. And my adult side also feels valued, encouraged, and inspired by the radiant presence of children. 3. My dreams are a source of wisdom. I always fall asleep with loving thoughts to prepare fertile ground for the inner work that takes place while I dream. Thoughts filled with love attract loving answers. I know that many of my questions about life can be answered during my rest. I remember my dreams clearly, and upon waking each morning I receive their messages with gratitude and calm. 4. I surround myself with positive people. When I allow negative people to influence and direct my life, it becomes much harder to keep my light shining. That is why I do not allow myself to be dragged down by the gloomy thoughts of others. I choose my friends with care and tenderness. My friends and family give me love and positive energy, and I respond with the same affection. I know with peace in my heart that I can let go of those who do not support me or walk with me toward my good. I handle my finances with love. Every bill I pay is a sign that someone trusted my ability to generate money. For that reason, I fill all my financial transactions with love, including my taxes, which I see as a rent I pay to the country where I live. I pay my checks and bills with gratitude and affection without tension or complaint. I always have enough money in my account to cover both the needs and the small luxuries of my life with calm and trust. 9. I love my inner child. Daily dialogue with my inner child, with the little boy or girl I once was, sustains and strengthens my well-being. At least once a week, I take my inner child by the hand and spend some time together. We do something special, those simple things I enjoyed in my childhood. My inner child knows how to play love and be amazed. When I support and care for this part of me, the door of my heart opens, and my life is gently enriched from the inside out. No, I ask for help when I need it. Ask, and you shall receive. The universe remains in loving calm, like a silent smile waiting for my requests. It is easy for me to ask for help when I need it without shame and without harshness toward myself. I feel safe amid changes, knowing that change is a natural law of life. I open myself with serenity to receive the love and support of others, and I allow them to come close to me. Holidays are times of love and joy. It is nice to exchange gifts, but even more valuable is the love we can share with the people around us. Celebrating holidays with my family and friends is always a blessing. On those days, my heart expands. We always find moments to laugh and give thanks for the many blessings of life, remembering what is essential with a serene joy. I am patient and kind with everyone I meet each day. I try to thank each person I encounter today. It amazes me how much that small gesture can mean to them. I receive more than I give because love returns multiplied. I send thoughts of love and gratitude to shop assistants, waiters, traffic officers, and every person I bump into throughout the day. All is well in my world, and I calmly affirm it. I am an understanding friend. When a friend comes to me with a problem, it does not always mean she wants me to solve it. Many times, all she really longs for is someone who will listen with understanding and compassion. One who knows how to listen becomes a true friend. I am attentive to the thoughts and emotions of others. I offer advice and support to my friends when they ask me for it, and I simply listen with love when that is what is most appropriate and healing. My planet is valuable to me. Loving the earth is something we can all do. Our beautiful earth provides everything we need, and it is essential to honor and respect her always. Lifting a small prayer for the earth each day is a true act of love. The health of this planet is essential. If we do not care for it, where could we live? I bless this world with love and nurture its vegetation. I am kind to its creatures. I help keep the air clean. I eat natural foods and I choose natural products. I am deeply grateful for and value the gift of living. I do my part to create harmony, abundance, and healing. I know that peace begins within me. I love life. I love my world. Thank you, Louise, for allowing me to share some of my ideas with you.